Check, check, check. Is this thing on? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's get that music back up and running. Let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going the only way we know how. At the highest rate possible. Let's get it going. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here with the Crypto Lifer. We can zoom out a little bit here. Give you guys a little more view of what's happening in the scene. Yeah, get the double buttons out because I'm in Miami, baby. I'm in Miami. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for running on into the live. Super, super awesome. Sorry about the early morning yesterday at 10. It's 10:15 now. I am a little under the weather. Bear with me, but I'm going to make it through somehow, some way, like I do every single time. No drop frame so far. Everything going well. Super excited. And may God bless each and every one of you for being here. Bang, 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 baby. Bang, bang, bang. Let's talk about the gains in the trading group. FET. I sold FET for $7,000 this morning. I didn't sell all of it, but I sold a good portion. Babe, I sold my FET for $7,000. It hit a huge high. The daily is away from the 21-day moving average. Let's take a look at that right now. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. This actually should be positioned down a little bit more. There we go. No lighting. I guess I don't need the lighting. That's for tonight or tomorrow night or whatever. Sometimes, always, never on that suit. Shout out to our channel sponsors. Oop, I get it. I got to bring the speakers down for me. I get it. Hold up. Different setting when I'm out here. I use a little Scarlett box, which changes the way the audio. I basically have two settings now. Before I'm on the same track with a mixer. Here I'm on the audio here. Just let me know if that music's pretty good. That should be pretty spot on. All right. You're a Miami lifer. That means top two buttons off. Exactly. Always, right? Yeah. Always have to have the top two buttons off in Miami. Shout out to my mom and dad, Daisy and Finn. I lost my mom and dad this year. God bless my mom, Irene, and my dad, Jimmy. I love you guys more than you'd ever know. I wish you could see me now. I think they still can somewhere in this universe, man. Shout out to Dr. Diesel for the $4.99. Let's celebrate the first super chat on a live stream, baby. Let's go! I don't have my pad with my fun little sounds. Whoa, Scarlet. The red one. Yeah. The red Scarlet, baby. That's my travel. That's my go-to travel. You know it. Scarlet, baby. Scarlet. Wow, Bitcoin ripping 51,181. Getting back up to the upside. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. What do I see happening for Bitcoin on this crazy, crazy day? I just also wanted to bring up this coin. You know, AGI pumped, right? AGIX. And then there was AGI. Then there was AGII. And I felt like it was just like, come on. And I put it in a flag last night, but I didn't want to send it to the trading group because I figured it was just like a play on words. It tricked me, you know? And I was like, nah. So I draw this flag last night, and I'm like, nah. And I was going to say to everyone, I wrote the post. I was like, all right, here's AGII. And, of course, it went up 108% last night. I just don't understand. Like, I didn't give this to – I don't think I posted this to the trading group. You guys can, you know – but it's funny, man. Almost like I'll draw a flag, keep it to myself, pumps. So it's not even the fact that people know about it. That's how good the TA. See, the TA. That's how I know the TA works. I won't tell the soul about the setup, and the setup will still play out. And that's how I know it's the TA. You get it? You see what I'm saying? We remove like the you know. And now this thing looks like it's getting ready for another move. I have no idea what it is. I know it has something to do with AI, right? Even if it's a lie, like they're playing on that AI narrative. And it's flagging out again. Yes, a bit of a double top, but if it makes that higher low, though, and gets sideways, I could see this thing continue to the upside. I would watch this coin, AGII. I have no idea what it is, all right? I've only looked – last night I saw tight moving averages in a flag with an oversold stochastic, and it told me, hey, that's probably going to bounce. And it did. 100% gains. I just find this nuts. All right, what's happening for Bitcoin? Well, you know me. I'm keen on my moving averages, all right? It's all about the moving averages for me. Thank you so much for the super chat. God bless you. And thank you for the subscribers. We got a subscriber and a super chat at the same time. Boom. The ball's bumping into the jar. Thank you so much for the love. Unbelievable. Dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for the internet. Thank you for this life. Thank you for the ability to be here every single day on YouTube with all these beautiful people here on the live. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. So we're looking at the 7-minute inside what to me is a symmetrical triangle. All right, which has a 50-50 shot of going either way. All right, that's what this pattern says. It says, hey, you're in a 50-50 pattern now. All right, you either break down the length of the base Or you break up the length of the base. Grab the base, hit control, swing the one out, swing the other one down, and you got yourself what's likely going to happen today. Now, you don't know what's going to happen, but you know there's a 50% chance now of Bitcoin going either way. Okay? Now we work on other indicators and see if we can gain an edge on that. Now we start using support and resistance. Resistance, resistance. We can see Bitcoin could not get back above 51,660. Okay. First thing we have to think about. Then we see our next resistance here. Bitcoin couldn't get back above 51,219. Huh. So now I'm like, if you roll over here, if the 7 minutes starts to roll on this and you don't get back above this resistance, it's likely we could short this. And honestly, even though I am making it somewhat of a symmetrical, to me it has this descending triangle vibe on it. And these tend to break to the downside 68% of the time, right? It's almost more of a descending triangle, in my humble opinion, than anything else. And these mainly break down. These aren't 50-50 patterns. I'd be looking for this to roll over here. Then we'd have a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder, all right? Now, if you want a long and you're excited, this is super aggressive to enter right now. Now, you could do that if you're trying to scalp or do something else. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I want to make that very, very clear. But here's the deal. If Bitcoin breaks above here, bounces, and starts going sideways, I might take like a long, back to the top of the channel. For me, I'm not taking a big long till we break above here and retest 52,350, 52,400 area. That area must be retested, or we are not going to the upside. You know what I mean? Like, we got to break above that retest. So that, to me, would be the keen area. Now, could we just make a GOG candle through it and never retest? It could happen. But the smaller, even when you see a big candle like that on the, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, best and believe somewhere on the 1 minute, 30 second, 5 minute time frame, you did get a bit of a retest. You just didn't see it because you didn't understand the small time frames. For years, I didn't know the small time frames. They existed as if someone I never met. Like, they were a person I never knew existed, right? Eventually, I got to know them. I'm like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Sam. Nice to meet the small time frames. Hey, 1 minute. How you been? And the 1 minute was like, Sam, so nice to meet you. What took you so long to meet me? And I said, I was just hanging out with the 1 hour and the 4 hour for so long. And, I just didn't know you existed. And he's like, why did you treat me like that? Why, like a redheaded stepchild. You know what I mean? Sorry. That's what my dad used to say, man. It's not funny. That's not funny. But that's the Irish talk in Boston. You know what I mean? If you have red hair, I love you so much. God bless you, man. Man. I just got to bring up my dad. He's why the things they used to say in Boston were just absolutely horrible. I guess I can't repeat them now in this day and age. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. Music's a little loud for me. I'm going to bring it on down, but I like where we're sitting. So Bitcoin, you can almost look at it as a shoulder. Is that a head? And this is a weird right shoulder. Do we break back to the upside? I'm not going to lie to you. Today is a very confusing day for me. Like, I wake up, I'm pretty accurate. I can see what's happening for price action. And I'll be honest, like, they're bear flag and trapping us. This could easily drop and continue down. And I'm a support and resistance guy. Unless we can get back inside the pattern, unless we can get back above this 200 SMA, I remain bearish. All right. And I'll show you too, like, a lot of coins like FET are very far away from their 21-day moving average on the daily. Now, that doesn't mean they can't go sideways, but it does mean that they're very extended. Now the 1 hour could bounce like that, but you're losing the 21. Once you lose the 21 on the 1 hour, you're likely come, and then you want to see, you're losing the 50. Look, you haven't lost the 50 with a candle closed. 2 candles has not closed below the 50 since right here in February 15th, right? So it's been a week since you've seen that behavior. Now, could FET just turn right back around and pump? Very well could be. Anything could happen, right? The 1 hour and the 4 hour are getting oversold. At the same time, I'm a daily candle guy. And I'm telling you right now, we close these like that, that's going to be tweezer tops, number one, which we know every time you get tweezer tops of the daily, right? And you're very far away from the 21-day moving average. And you just went on an insane tear. Everyone said that they were bankrupt, and then they went from 50 all the way to $1.06. Did everyone else hear the bankrupt story? FET was bankrupt? Insane, right? Insane. Like, completely either not true or it was a little accentuated. I don't know, but it doesn't seem to be the case, all right? I went cash, too. 50-50 for me, BTC. I'm buying silver, guys. Can you check AGIX? Pump incoming for Bitcoin. 50%. Pump is incoming. I don't know. JASMY went crazy earlier, but it's cooling off a bit now. Of course it's going to cool off. People take profits. If you want to join me on my journey, if you wanted to know how we got into FET early, how we got into AGIX, we made so many gains in the last like 3 months, since October. We made gains throughout the entire bear market. It did not stop. Join the trading group today, all right? Jump on in. You will absolutely love it. I'm telling you right now, you will love it. Everybody loves it. If you put in the work and you want it as bad as I want it, you're gonna have a really, really good time with me. So if you're a person that goes after what you believe in, if you're a person that wants to be around positive energy, if you love your life, it's time, baby. It's time. Bang, bang, bang. I want 100K, and I want it now. I wish we could say that today and get it. It's probably not going to happen today, but you know what? You never know. Bang, bang, bang. I want it so bad. I heard the bank has 4% returns right now. You can get like 5.5 on your USDC. A lot of banks have 5% right now. Morning Life for Jesus Christ is always with us. I did a super chat yesterday. I know you didn't get to it. It's all good. Dogecoin on the monthly. 25, says Tom Crown. God bless Tom Crown. What a beautiful man he is. What a blessing he is. He's also Irish like me. We're both Irish souls, man. You know what I mean? So I guess Irish guys are the best at TA. I don't know. You tell me, but it seems to be, these UK Irish dudes, we love that TA, baby. No, I'm just messing around. But Tom Crown, I know his last name, but I promise I'd never tell anybody, so I'll never tell you. I can't believe he told me, but you know what I mean? But he's a cool dude, man. God bless Tom. Really nice guy. I hung out. I'm going to tell everyone that gets to know me. I got to know Tommy. Great guy. Honest guy. Just, he is what he is, man. He's got no tricks up his sleeve. He's a really good person. He's not a shill, right? That's what I like about our TA guys. Like, we're not shills, man. We got the crypto shills who all they do is shill little tiny nonsense, People try to call me a shill because I go over coins that I like. But, of course, I'm going to find a coin I like and trade it. You know what I mean? But, I love Tommy, man. God bless Tommy. God bless Tommy Crown. So Bitcoin, to me, still inside a descending triangle. I would not be surprised if we continue to the downside. This looks like a descending triangle to me. And to me, that could be a short entry with an overbought 7-minute. Again, you do you. I wouldn't open up a long until we get back inside the pattern, at least till we get back above the 200 SMA. And even then, it would be a small long. And I really wouldn't open up a bigger long unless we prove this to be a bear trap and we get back inside and get back above 52,450, really. I mean, 500 almost. That's just the facts of life for me, And this is a bit of an M that did break to the downside, even though you had a medium, middle M like that. So I'm seeing downside for Bitcoin. Sorry to say, everybody. Resistance, you're curving back on the Stokes with a lower low. I'm almost pulling away on this 50-50 nonsense. And I'm telling you, I'm bearish. I'm bearish right now. And again, I don't know where Bitcoin's going. I don't want to make that. I have no idea. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I say that every day. I really don't. I have no clue. This could rip all the way up to the upside. It could dump all the way back down. The probabilities right now that are starting to form are showing me this could be a descending triangle that wants to break to the downside. The target would be the base of the pole. We would go straight down. We'd hit about 49,869. That makes sense to me. All right. And I'm going to show you why on the bigger time frames this also makes sense. The market moves together. Let's take a look at the total market cap on the daily time frame. All right. This is the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right. The daily wants to come back down, but you're sideways. To me, see how I drew this? You just want to basically, you just want this to, come back down. Bounce off of 173 and then continue on its way to the upside. Like, this would be the healthiest retracement. It would be awesome. It wouldn't be a big deal at all. Like, I'd be super happy for this. Thank you so much for the subscriber, the super chat. God bless you. I don't know why we have dual alerts. I'm attempting to turn them off for like the last 2 years now. I think it comes in because it's coming through the speakers and it's coming through somewhere else. But I have every other... It's weird. I have every other thing turned off. I'd have to have 2 people sign on, have someone send super chat. I need a team of people to start like running tests, man. So I can get everything exactly how I want it. It's going to get there. I'm going to get there. Every day at a time, one step at a time. Rome was not built in a day. All right. But so I see total market cap coming back down to the 21-day moving average. It's just too far away. Blessings on blessings if we somehow go sideways. And then we rip to the upside. We could definitely go sideways. There's a chance. You know what I mean? The market is as bullish as it could be. But these Stokes, they'll either reset halfway through or they'll come down and reset. But when they reset, boom, you also have a little bit of bearish div here, It's not amazing, you know, and you're very overbought on the RSI. Now, the RSI could get a bigger bearish divergence. It could be something like that. And then, you know, the bearish div could be like, I'm not drawing it perfectly. Hold on. We'll pump. We'll come up. We'll make a lower low like that. And then we'll have the downtrend. And then we'll pump. And we'll make a higher, you know what I mean? And that will be the bearish div there to match this bearish div. And then, so because we don't have a strong bearish div on the daily, it tells me that we may not get a bit of a pullback. We may get more sideways price action, but I'm a huge supporter of my system. And my system says when the 21-day moving average is not near price action, you're going to have to come back and touch it. And so once the daily got this high and we got rejected by 52,000, 52,250, and we couldn't get back above that zone, I started telling everybody we're too far away from the 21-day moving average. I've been saying it now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days now. I even did a one-on-one last week, and the guy said, you're the only guy pointing this out. He said, I watched everyone on YouTube. He's like, I went through the entire internet. He said, I found you, man. God bless you. People really do lather me with compliments. I appreciate it. You people are very nice to me. The most loving people have come into my life. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't even see or think of a hater. I shouldn't even say the word because my life is filled with so much love. It's insane. Like, I got more love than money, man. You know what I mean? Like, I got more love than anything else in the world. Like, I've made love my priority, and love has become priority in my life. You know, with my kids, with my wife. My 2 daughters say I love you all the time. Right? How many times they say I love you a day? My kids. 10, 20 times because they hear my wife and me talk with love all the time. Live in love, talk in love, be in love. I'm telling you right now, love is the strongest frequency. You will not be denied. Everything will go your way. It's going to be amazing. I'm telling you right now, life is going to be amazing. Trust me on that. You're going to make it amazing because you're going to believe that it's going to be amazing. Your belief in the reality creates the reality 110% on the 888s. So I see Bitcoin, you know, pulling back. Now, it did have a nice, the total market cap. The total market cap does have support right here. I'll give it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days straight. We have not closed the candle below where this candle has closed, right? We're talking 1 point, kind of, I'm going to see where this candle opened. Opened 1.883. So it's 1.883. We can't, you know, we all went down below it, but we got back above it. If a daily candle closes below this, right? So trust me, there is a chance we even start doing this. I'm not saying we're all bearish. I just want to make that clear. I'm just showing you that it's very unlikely we're going to get a massive pump. It shows that we're going to get at least even upward sideways price action to pull the 21 in, or that one of these two things is going to happen. But no matter what, we will, I'm telling you right now, we will touch the 21. Like 90% we're going to touch the 21 before we go to the upside. 90%. All right? Make that really, really clear. I may want to bring this up a little bit so I'm up here next time because I'm like down in the chart a little bit. Shout out to everybody. How is the audio? I just want to double check it again and ask y'all how the audio is doing. Let me pop out the chat. Chat's looking nice. If NVIDIA earnings exceed expectations, Bitcoin and alts, especially AI coins, could rocket back up. Will this invalidate your bearish bias? I mean, I technically don't have... Yeah, I mean, I guess I do have a bearish bias today. Yeah, I have to have a bearish bias. You know? My bearish bias will end. We break above the 200 SMA on the 7-minute. Then I'll be back to where we were yesterday saying we're sideways, yada, 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 yada. Until then, I have to remain bearish. I just have to. You know? Looks like a descending... And then that's got shoulder, head... right shoulder vibes too as well. All right. I was looking at the yearly trend line. The resistance has become support by the looks of it. I like that. God bless you, brother. Love you, Sam, of the Lifer family. Shout out to Nasty Nate's Crypto Corner. Nate, you're the man. God bless you and yours, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. God bless everybody on this live and everybody that kicks it with the Lifer. You mean the world to me. I'd have nothing without each and every one of you. I'd have all my gains and all my monies, but that really, you know, I'd be pretty poor. Funny, my wife sent me this letter the other day, and it said, some people are so poor, all they have is money. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the greatest thing you could ever think, you know? NVIDIA tank into the report, calls later. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. Everyone wants to know. It kind of does affect the market. That's why I put it out there today. I was talking about it. NVIDIA Let's take a look at our baby. So NVIDIA's been on a tear. If you look, I put out this coin, this flag back, whenever at 479, saying NVIDIA could get to 895, right? And listen, I just do the same thing all the time, everybody, and it makes me look smart. And I'm not that smart. I'm really just a stubborn guy that does the same thing over and over again. I'm more consistent than I am intelligent. So look, see how tight those moving averages are? That told me that, and we were above a high volume node, that told me we were in a good zone to bounce. And the low stochastics on the daily said it's time to boogie. So you buy low stochastics with tight moving averages inside of bull pennants above VRVP point of controls. With low RSI, moving MACD, and low stochastics, it's a very simple way to trade. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean? And think about it. Now, look, you got overbought, and you struggled, and then you had a bearish divergence. Like, I don't know how people can't read this stuff. Swing up, this swing sideways or down. That's bearish div. And then you got away from the 21-day moving average. Just like Bitcoin, you got away from the 21. If we come here and you see how far away we got from the 21-day moving average, we came right back down to it. We came right back down to that 21. See, you're starting to gap. See the gap? So once you start seeing the 21 and the 200 start to flow apart, I talk about it like a glove. You know when you put your hands in a glove, you have to open your hands up? When you start seeing the moving averages spread open like a glove, that's when you know something is brewing for Bitcoin, you see, or any coin you're in. That's when you're getting into the extended mode, especially on the daily. Then you slap in a bearish divergence and you're like, dude, my system says, and look, you flip this upside down, this is the money printer strategy in the morning. We find bullish div that gets pulled away from the 21, we rip it back up to the 200 SMA. Don't you get it? This is the 1 minute trade that we make. That's how you know how to get out of anything. NVIDIA, I could teach you any single market in the world. Any single market in the world, babe. Look at that ship all the way out there. Like all the way. It looks like a battleship. That's a battleship, no? That's a military ship. I think so. I would say so. It doesn't look like an oil rig. That's like 20 miles off the coast. Anyway, that's so cool that I can look right and see the ocean for days while I'm live streaming. That's the life I want. You know what I mean? I want to have ocean views while I'm live streaming making gains. Crypto Bellico, I love you. Lakochi Coker, I love you. DYOFR, I love you. Everybody here that helps me maintain, that helps me push, that helps me go forward, that helps me do what I do. Master friend, I love you more than you would ever know. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Crypto Billy, I love you more than you would ever know. Like a brother and a father and an uncle, man. You're the man, dude. Such a good guy. I love when you share your videos of being at a birthday party for your grandkids. I love how immersed you are in your family. It shows that family is everything to you. Like you get an adrenaline rush off of being the grandpa, man. Like you're the man, dude. You make men like me want to achieve greatness and go after what really, really, really matters in life. Shout out to Crypto Billy, man, for really becoming a great person in the space, being a good older man as a mentor to all of us younger men, so we can be a mentor to other younger men, so the world can change for a better place. God bless you. God bless Love Learning, who does what she does every day to help everyone else. Always here for me. My first student that I ever had in my spiritual guidance of everyone in the trading group. Health Master Friend was there for me through transitions. I called her the night my mother died, and she spoke to me in the hospital like I have real people in my life. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for everything. Back into NVIDIA. I'm really connected to you all, and I love you more than you would ever know. Let's get back into the charts. I don't mean to run my mouth so much about love and happiness, but it's in me, baby, and it's really hard for me to shut my mouth about it. So let's get back into the charts, though. I'm here for the charts. I'm not here, I'm not a Tony Robbins 100%, all right? But I can feel the love from each and every one of you, and I just really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I'm a little emo. When I don't get a lot of sleep, my body tends to be a little, God bless you, Sam. Who's cutting onions out here? Nobody. I just got something in my nose. I love to hear what you say, not only on crypto. It's also the music. The music can make a play on ideas, This congestion. Anyway. So once NVIDIA had bearish div, you knew it was coming back down. All right, that was a fact. And when the Stokes got overbought, you knew it had to reset. So this isn't new. So when the news came out for, you know what I mean? It's just funny how you can see all this happening. Now, do we bounce off the 21? We're resetting on the daily pretty nice. That would take me to look at the 3-day chart, right? The 3-day chart says, no, man, you're spent. And remember, the 3-day has been my go-to when everyone wants to be more and more bullish and tell me we're going up. I said no. How many times did I call retracements on the 3-day? If you remember Acropolis, I'll always remember Acro. It's just so weird. The internet just started working amazingly, as if God, like, came with his hand and just, like, it didn't even work this good the whole time. Now it's, I knock on wood, man. May I stay blessed. Look, a bit of a triple bottom here for Bitcoin. 1, 2, 3, right? Look at that. I mean, strong support. You have to see at 50,800. We could not break 50,800 yet. This is it here. And the next 30 to 40 minutes, we're either going to skyrocket up above this 200 SMA, and this is going to be a fake out, and this shoulder, head, and kind of right shoulder is going to break to the upside, right? Or we're going to get rejected here. Come on down, get squiggly wiggly, and then likely drop down. The 7-minute is going to be our guide right now. The aggressive short entry would be now with the stop on the other side of the 200 SMA. That would be the aggressive short entry. Okay. What am I doing? I'll be honest. I'm in the short right now. All right. I will tell you that. I didn't want to disclose it because I didn't want people to kind of. But I'm personally in the short, and I could get rocked. All right. But I'm in for a very small amount. Like, I'm risking $100. I'd have to see us get back above this level to even think about long in the market. Even though I do see the reversal, and I have. Look at this. This is a very actually wow. This is kind of interesting. That's a really strong divergence. Like, that's a very strong one on the 7. That one wasn't even that strong, and we got the break back out, which tells me that could be our daily bottom. There's a chance. And I know I'm just sending mixed signals at you, right? He said this. He said, look, because I don't know where price action is going. I play at probabilities, and I'm waiting for confirmation of my probabilities. See, my mentor used to do this, and I used to be like, I can't keep up with him. He's long, he's short. I couldn't, because good traders are able to switch a lot faster, right? Are we bouncing on the yearly trend line right now? No doubt. Shout out to you, Billy. Much love. We're going to smoke, Sam. What does that mean? The chart's going to pump. You're the man, Sammy. I truly appreciate you. Amen. Let it out, G. Shaughnessy Sutton. You're funny, man. People that stay only for the charts are missing the most important part. All the love. Shout out to Crypto Joey. We love you, man. My boy live from the crib. What's the word? What's the word, baby? Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. God bless you, brother. I've been watching you for a week now. Love the positive energy and the love of Christ. I've been getting hurt on options in the stock market. Very depressing. I would not trade the stock market options until you had a handle on spot trading. You know, talk about GSS banging on them. This thing is up 120 now. I got it at 59 cents or something, right? We doubled up. My man was getting it at 18 cents. I mean, he's on a quadruple up, a 6x. And this thing's just getting started. Nobody knows about this coin. It's proof of work. We find out about them when the miners first getting in. We know about the coin first. XX gets on first. And this is what I have a guy in my trading group called GF Burke. He's the man, dude. I'd take all the credit and say it's all about me, but I'm not that dude. I like to actually give credit where credit's due because I'm not a piece of garbage. All right. So we got a guy in my group who loves to mine, and he's super smart. He figured out Casper early. This guy is smart. And I have some of the smartest people in my trading group because they like God, they like me, they like the vibe. They don't want to be anywhere else. So if you want the knowledge, if you want the sauce, we get coins before they get on MEXC, man. Like, I could see this coin on MEXC in like a month, maybe even 2 to 3 weeks. Like, it has time. Up 125% gains today. We were all over it. And the TA played out. Like, the TA played out. If you just played the TA, it played out exactly like it was supposed to. And you could add some MAs here. I add MAs. You could add 3 MAs if you want. Right? I make this one the yellow 200. Why are you guys slamming doors? Your fingers are going to get hurt, guys. Nobody's slamming doors, all right? All right. I get it. You got a father while you're live streaming. You know what I mean? Dual action. It never stops when you're a dad, right? You always have to be fathering. There's always a moment to father. So look, when the moving averages got tight, all you really need is the 21 and the 200. I use them a lot when I just need. When they get close, I get in. When they get far apart, I get out. It's so simple to me. It's like not that hard to trade, everybody. Your emotions are ruining you. You can't see the charts right in front of you. All right? Sammy could grind from inside a suitcase. You can't stop him. A swing and a drive deep left, way back. Good old Sammy coming handy with a powerful drive to the backside. All the way, went right into the kid's popcorn. He grabbed the ball went into the kid's popcorn. He was eating out the game. Unbelievable. He fished it out with a hot dog, was able to flip the ball out. It went up in the air. His dad grabbed it. Unbelievable. He's taking that thing home. That's going to be memorabilia for that kid and his dad. They'll remember this for the rest of their life. God bless you all. Unbelievable. A swing and a line drive all the way to the backside. God bless you guys. But look, previous resistance becomes support, right? And then you can see your target is 166. This thing's just getting started. We got other YouTubers talking about it. Gauze AI, one of the newest AI coins out. We knew about it before anybody else because we have the best people in the trading group. It's not just me. It's me and the people that surround me. Just remember that. Just remember that. God bless you for remaining humble. CDX looks promising. Epic voice. Hola. Shout out to Lakochi Coker in the house. Shout out to everybody here on the live. But yeah, we made massive gains today. If you were in this, and I left my ZEGX login at home. So I can't even sell if I wanted to. So don't worry. I won't be able to wail on you. I put $1,000, made $1,000. Wish I put in more, but you know what? It is what it is, baby. Bitcoin starting that drop to the downside, getting the rejection. Looks like my short's about to play out. I don't know. I would short even to the bottom of the pattern here, but look at that stochastic pointing down. You made a lower high as the Stokes turn. The RSI doesn't look too good. It's almost a hidden bearish. It's almost exaggerated bearish div because this is like flat. That's sharp more downside. And you can say this is the good bullish, but it couldn't get us back above resistance. Bullish divergence is only as strong as a supportive resistance that you're headed into. I realized that one day. Because I traded, bullish divergence, 1, 1, 1, 1. And a couple times it didn't play out. And I kept, the divergence doesn't play out. And it's not true. We went only up to the resistance that I had created in the supportive resistance. Fished it out with a hot dog sent me. You're funny, man. You seriously should be a baseball commentator. Awesome voice. God bless and thank you for all you do. See, that's what I'm hoping happens to me. I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And once I'm like, a legend in the space, people know me. I just want to do like football or baseball for the next 20 years. You know what I mean? I just want to Joe Bucket, show up. Yo, what's up? My wife picks me up. Everybody knows me. Right, babe? That's it. That's where I'm going for. That's my dream. So pray for me. Say, I want Sammy to become a famous announcer of some type of cool sport. Maybe it's drone racing. Who knows? Maybe it's some new sport that's not even out yet. You know what I mean? I do UFC, man. Whatever it is, let's go, baby. Let's go. You know what I mean? I can do the no profanity for, so I'm not going to get kicked off the air. I got that managed. They can see that. They got hours and hours of me, keeping it clean. That's good for the networks, Interesting enough, man, we're starting to kind of just rally here. We're getting tighter and tighter in the zone. I have to remain short unless Bitcoin can get back above the 200 SMA on the 7-minute time frame. You and Romo would be a good combo. Oh, me and Romo would be amazing. That guy's such a nice guy. I love Tony Romo, man. I think he's a nice dude. Like, I would hang out with him any day of the week, dude. He's a nice dude. Like, you could tell. I'm long. Master Friend is longed. After the, you got the cup and handle. I wouldn't long till we get back inside. You know what I mean? It could be the reversal, though. I'm with you on that. Let's see a fair value gap. 1 minute says you could get a nice bounce, and you're getting back above the 200 SMA on the 1 minute. That's a good sign that we could battle above it. So you want to see if the 1 minute keeps this. If 1 minute keeps this, so if you get above 51,430 and you stay above the 200 SMA, that's also going to give me some signage. I'll be honest, though, it doesn't look too good. Let's look at our 15-minute time frame. Our 15-minute is also kind of an indecision. Has made a bit of a bounce. Let's get out of here and go to our bigger time frame. I also want to look at total. Sorry, let me finish the video. Likely NVIDIA is coming back down to the 618 at 519. This is the area. This is the area I would be looking at to grab NVIDIA. I really don't think it's going on a bigger pullback. It's one of the premier coins, and they're going to continue to print money. So it's a stock that's going to really, really win from that. And there's a chance that it holds this level, right? Unlikely it goes up really far, but there's a chance it makes some type of ascending. See, I'm open-minded to both these ideas. So if I'm swing trading this, if I want to build a long-term bag, or if I just want to get on the next leg up, I see what happens. If it goes up and down, it gets here, then I load up there. If it comes back down to the 618, then I load up there. These are the two areas that I'm going to load up in my projections. If it continues to pump out of nowhere, I don't get a chance. But it's very unlikely that that happens, but I'm open-minded to the fact that that could happen, okay? So it could go either way for it. Right now, the 3-day chart says you're going to get a pullback in NVIDIA. So I don't care what earnings say. The 3-day chart says you're coming back down to the 618, and you're coming back down to the 21-day moving average. Try me on this one. Back test me on this. Let's watch this for the next 2 to 3 weeks. We'll put an alert here. The alert will go off in a few weeks. And I'll give you guys the alert. Whenever it goes off, I'll post it to my trading group, and I'll say, hey, I was right or wrong on NVIDIA, right? Now, I'm saying we're either going to go sideways or down. Unlikely we go to the upside. More likely we come down because the 21-day moving average is hanging right here, and the 3-day has to make that gap. If you understand this concept and use it over and over again, you'll see what I'm telling you is true, but only time will tell, all right? Where did you find the computer set of Miami? You can pay for your 99 Lifer Trading Group membership by emailing cryptolifers@gmail.com. Bang, bang, bang. JASMY was on a tear inside of the cup and handle, right? Wow, look at that thing. Crazy. But we had it in the cup and handle right here. You can even say, look, I've seen this play out many times, and it's an elongated head, but you have your shoulder, the head. I call it the Morpheus inverted head and shoulder because I remember when Morpheus did this. And look at that, just a massive pump to the upside. JASMY just doing damage. We're heading into a bull run. People, that was consolidation right there. And what you do is you consolidate when no one's paying attention. And then bam. I saw it going all the way. I definitely made the call for JASMY going all the way up to 0.9. But I didn't continue. You didn't add the continuation, right? How would you be able to figure out JASMY was going to continue? I would have been on the 7-minute time frame. So look, I was drawing these flags. So you can see. You draw that flag, you put a stop loss on the other side. You take that. You draw that flag, you take that. And then look, you just kept making flags. It's really simple, right? With the tight moving averages. Again, I was exhausted last night. I woke up battling the internet. So, of course, I was, but if any one of you had seen JASMY with what I teach you, you'd have said we're above the high volume node. You said the Stokes are, somewhat low right there on the buy zone. Yeah, and you're tight in the moving averages. That says you're going to break out in the 7-minute. And that's a beautiful gain from like 1.2 to almost 1.6. That's a 25% gain right there on the 7-minute time frame. All right. But so that's JASMY for you, man. Now it's super extended. Like, I don't see how this doesn't pull. To me, a big pullback is coming. A big pullback, right? Same thing here. Now I draw, just like we had the last pump. Now you draw a Fibonacci. I'm sorry, it's messy right now because I want to keep what I have, but I also want to draw the new idea. But wow, JASMY to the upside. JASMY to the upside. Massive. There's, when you're in a bull run like this, there's always going to be a coin making massive gains. Like AGII banged out, right? We hit GASAI. Like there's always gains in the trading room. Always gains. You just got to be open-minded to the fact of where they are and what how to jump on in. And I don't own any JASMY, but I did like it. For a while, I was into it. But then I don't know. When the market cap switched on me, it threw me for a loop. But I liked it. It did have that Japanese connection. Samsung or something, right? Apparently. Wow, though. But it was the Sammy Cup and Handy again to the upside. Look at that. And I didn't draw this after the fact. Someone even, we looked at this. Look, and you draw a fib. Hidden bullish divergence. If we go to probably the 2-day chart. There's your, not perfect hidden bullish, but somewhat. It's like a class C. But the key was you came right into the 618 golden pocket. From impulse to top, you came right back to and that's it. You buy the golden pocket, and then you wait patiently. Like, people just don't have the patience. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Casper bag's out of control. 100%. Like, it was struggling a little bit today, though. A little bit of a pullback for Casper. Is it going to continue to the upside or make a bigger pullback? The daily, you know, if we look at everything, I'm going to delete all my work on Casper. We're going to look at Casper fresh. So look at Casper on the daily. We had this beautiful pump to the upside. Absolutely magnanimous move. Unbelievable, right? Also, my computer had a turbo setting that I didn't put on. Ever since I put on the turbo setting, we've been money, you know? Yo, these GeForce laptops are strong business. No notifications. I'm super excited. I can't believe this. So anyway, we got a blast. Look at the daily now, away from the 21-day moving average. You now have strong support. You're likely not going lower than 14.6 ever again. You know, I shouldn't say that. You never know, but it's very likely because that, you know, we waited, we pumped. That's strong support right there, 14.6. So you want the daily. The daily has to pull back. And again, it's the same thing. You're doing 1 or 2 big pullback. Now you go to the 3-day chart and you're super extended. That's going to tell me we do have to come back. But look where the 21 is. So again, just like here, look, the same thing happened here, whether you believe me or not. You pumped up, and look how when the 3-day gets away from the 21, you're done. Like, that's when you have to be taking profits. That's extension. You know? Whenever my 3-day chart is away from the 21, I have to take profit, and the stochastics are high. I have to take the profit. I have to. I can't. My emotions will still tell me I'm wrong. Oh, don't do it, Sam. It's going to go up. All these weird thoughts. And then what it will do is it'll flag out on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and it'll make you think you're going to miss out. And you'll ape back in, and then you'll get dumped on. But if you just trade the 3-day chart, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But if you just trade the 3-day chart, man, like, so look, this told you had to come back down. Then you pull a Fibonacci. This game is not that hard. I teach you guys this every single day over and over again. I beat it into your heads. Shout out to the third super chat on a live, Josiah Jelowick. We love you. I feel like I've seen your name so many times. I can't believe it's only been 3 times you super chatted. I think you're wrong, but you could wait for the correction and jump back in. You think I'm wrong about what? Where do you go to get a Palau virtual citizenship? Oh, that's so simple, everybody. Very, very easy. I did it. I ventured out into fear. Everyone's afraid, right? Because you're afraid. Be honest. You're afraid to do it. You're shook. You're a shook one. I'm not a shook one. I'm a pioneer. I'm willing to go all the way. All right? That's the difference between me and a lot of other YouTubers out here. And actually, that's the difference between me and just humans. I'm ready to go all the way, baby. I'm ready to go all the way. My dad was a warrior. A warrior. Straight warrior. Like, they don't make them like my dad, and they just didn't make them like my dad anymore, man. I'm trying to get the link for you right here. I am getting the link for you. The word try is the worst. Here's the link for you right here. Look, if I was going to try to live stream, do you think I would do it? I'm going to try to live stream. KYC on any single exchange. Be able to deal with customer service. Never be worried about like being anonymous on an exchange ever again. For the rest of your life, feel comfortable where your money is. You know what I mean? You can call them and say, this is me. Bang, 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 right? I have lucid dreams about this since it's getting plugged in my mind every day. I super chatted many, many times. The system just started counting recently. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Exactly. Because I've seen you super chat many times. 100%. Make a group affordable for third world countries, as your wife did with helping children in Afghanistan. We do. We give the stuff live every day. We give it away free on the channel. Like, you just got to come to the live stream. Like, we give it away for free to people in third world countries. I've had many people message me saying, because of you, I made enough to join the 99, and I live in a third world country. I'm telling you right now, you live in abundance. Stop telling yourself that you live in, I don't care if you live in a third world country. You could be the one person that becomes a billionaire from that third world country. You could be the story that nobody realizes could ever be, but you could be that story. Make sure you're 1 out of a billion people. Look, I'm 1 out of millions, man. No one's going to do what I'm doing every single day, 7 days a week, 1,000 days straight. Separate yourself from the common folk, man. You're going to get to some amazing place. I truly believe that God is great. There's abundance in this world. Even in the third world country you're in, somehow, some way, you can become a multimillionaire. I believe in you. I believe in you, my friend. I believe in you. All right. This guy said, I make gains just in the stream. $100 a month is cheap when you spend over $100 a week just in gas nowadays. So crazy. I'm in the fifth world, man. Shout out to Rogan Reacts. Amen. Crypto Billy, we love you. Yeah, so that's why I give so much free stuff at the live. It hurts my business. I could cloak it a little bit, raise the ante, and I would be able to sell more. You know what I mean? But I'm not about the money. I know that I'll make even more in the long run if I keep giving education away. If you give yourself away, the universe will take care of you. God will take care of you if you take care of God's people. It's a very simple strategy in life. Just continue, be consistent, be disciplined, and help others. And just repeat. Rinse and repeat. So look, see how CAS came back down? This one didn't hit the 618, but it got pretty dang close, right? It wicked really, really, really close to it, all right? And then it pumped again. And you had to come back down to that 21. So to me, CASPA, in my humble opinion, whether you go side, it could pump a little more to 21, I guess. But then, to me, it then would have to retest or come back. This 21-day moving average will have to come back into price action. Usually at 1, 2, 3, like 5 to 6 3-day candles is usually all you're going to get. So to me, and I love CASPA. I'm a huge holder of CASPA. My CASPA bag's over $100,000. It might be a little lower today, but I think I can find out on my beautiful One Key. One Key's amazing, by the way. I love One Key, all right? So shout out to One Key. We love you. We appreciate you. Yes. And, you know, I already did an unboxing for them, for myself. But we should be working together. I don't want to say anything yet, but looks like we may be getting something brewing, something cooking when it comes to One Key. And I'm super excited about that. And this also has like a descending vibe to me. Like, it just got a flat bottom. Like, these like to dump, you know? Now, I'm not saying we will. We may bump and go sideways, but I'm just, you know. And again, I'm pretty much done accumulating CASPA. I'm probably not going to buy any more of it. I'm pretty much where I need to be. Yeah. Do you keep your crypto in a hard wallet? If so, which one? I don't like to tell everybody everything, but I use in the past, I use hardware wallets. Now I use like giant custody services with like armed guards and stuff. But in the past, and they do have hardware wallets. Like I send them my I make an arrangement with them. And the hardware wallet goes into a vault and all this other stuff. But I still do use hardware wallets. All right. My life changed this week and today. Bought 2.5 million coins of JASMY when it was 0.047. An amazing day. Dude. Blessings on blessings. So look, I just want to see how much you made. I love this. 2.5 million coins times 0.0047. And JASMY was a low, baby. 11,000. Wow, you made gains. You made massive gains. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Because, I mean, you basically made 30 grand almost, you know. I store my crypto under the mattress. I put it in my dog's butt, you know. I'm messing with you guys. Don't tell me where you store, and don't tell me what you store and how much you store. I store bananas in the basement. AGIX 2,000% profit. Unbelievable. That's why I don't sell. That's why I said don't sell. Helped the guy get it started this morning. Felt good. We need more people helping others in this world. I can't tell you what to do. You do whatever makes you happy, Tiago Serra. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm up for bananas. Your thoughts on Doge? We're going to look at all the super chats right now at 11:04 here. Bitcoin struggling. 51,092. Likely going to dump to the downside. Don't counter trade me. I'm highly accurate. Just being honest. And it's not even me saying that. My subconscious mind is reminding you that I'm highly accurate. Look, it's a head and shoulder pattern now too as well. I mean, now you got a double short coming at you. And you didn't break above the 200 SMA. Look, if you breach the 200 SMA in the 1 minute, you're probably still below it. Yeah, so if you lose that 1 minute, and that's a descending triangle right there. Look at it. That's a descending triangle right there on the 1 minute about to take you down. So I'm just getting bearish vibes all over the place, right? I could be wrong. I'm not 100%. Pretty dang accurate, but not 100%. Could rip up to the upside at any second. Right now, that 7-minute doesn't look good, though. And we did make a lower high. Looks somewhat like a head and shoulder pattern to me. I don't know. You tell me. I do like the low divergence. I'll give you that. That's a very strong div. Tells you that that's likely your bottom. So I've got indecision. I've got indecision. That's why I'm not risking a lot on the trade. If I felt really strongly about the short, I'd be all over it. I am telling you the probability is to the downside. So I'm not telling you again, the probability is to the downside. Based on years of data, this setup will break down more than it breaks up. You take that however you want it. All right. Sam is not Jim Cramer. Don't counter trade him. You're funny. You said my name perfectly. No one ever says it right. Shaughnessy Sutton? I mean, it's Irish. Shaughnessy's super Irish, man. I grew up in Boston. JASMY finally broke into the top 100 cryptos after this correction. This is perfectly healthy for JASMY. The next leg up will be huge. Yeah, I wish I had gotten JASMY earlier. You know what I mean? I actually did. JASMY was one of the first coins I ever bought when it was super, super, super low. We used to go over it all the time. Maybe like, JASMY, baby, JASMY. Remember? I loved it until they changed that market cap on me. Are you able to look at SIA coin, please? Can you check WELSH, please? Wow, we got a lot of people asking about super chats. Let's take a look at the fan funding and see what's happening here. God bless everybody here. Let's shout out your beautiful names that gave to the channel today. Tori for the $2 super chat. God bless you. Thank you so much for the love. X Dr. Diesel for the $4.99. Let's celebrate the first super chat on the live stream. X Dr. Diesel. Yesterday, Sammy, you told me to check BNB. Well, I did. Up $400. Bang, bang, bang. Stas, I love you. God bless you, man. Love the Lifer shows. And I did that last night at 11 at night, 12 at night. And I was beat, too. Love the live shows. Join the Lifers and couldn't have spent my 99 on anything better. Chris Postal, I love you. Thank you so much for saying that. And that's another first super chat on the live stream. We got so many people bringing their first super chats ever on a live. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's a big deal because that usually we're getting new viewership. That means Jamie's plans. I love you, Jamie. Joker NYC, $5. But God bless my whole team, man. Don't think everything you guys do, I'm always super appreciative of it. Even though I'm stubborn as a bean. Let's take a look here. Love the shows. Joker NYC, thanks for all you do. Can we check NOIA on the weekly? Do you see it going past its all-time high in this bull run? I believe every coin's going to go past its all-time. Almost every. About 80% of the 90% of the coins, unless it's just complete garbage. If you have some time today, would you please look at Quant for a long-term bag? Shout out to Chris Post. We will look at Quant. Morning Lifer. Jesus Christ always loves you. I did a super chat yesterday. I don't know if you get it. Is Doge on the monthly? The Rebel Dark Side. Joined the trading group a few days ago, and it's the most interactive group I've ever been in. Thank you so much for your time, brother. Wow. Thank you for saying that. And so he's been in other trading groups, and he says this is the most interactive group. You know why? Because I make people feel confident in themselves, so they want to share. And when they share, good things happen, you know? So because I create that love and that environment, people that normally would stay on the sidelines in other trading groups and not say anything, they feel open. They feel the ability to speak, and then they begin to learn. And because we create that openness, more people are active, more people are successful, and then more people help other people, and that spawns another, you get it? So it's the frequency which we created, which is creating the success in the trading group. And that's why people love it. That's why they stay. That's why we've doubled up. In the last 4 months, the trading group has doubled up. All right? So this is one of the hottest commodities in cryptocurrency right now, my trading group. It is blowing up like an altcoin. Just an idea as I'm learning. 7-minute Stokes, wait for the break above the 200 SMA. Get us above the VWAP too. What do you think? Yeah, it's a great idea. I don't use the VWAP, but they work similar with the momentum. You can't get above the 200 SMA unless you get momentum, so the VWAP would switch. You get it? They're all the same. It's all one indicator in a way. If you get it, it's all taking the energy of humans getting thrown into the market and just assessing it in a mathematical equation. What if I want to join your group and I don't love my life? You will love your life. Trust me. Come on in, baby. We're going to make you love your life. It's going to happen. It's going to become contagious. Months from now, you're going to be like, dude, I'm not the same guy I was when I joined your group. We get that all the time. I read recommendations. People email me. They say, man, I thought I was just joining the trading group. You changed my life forever. So shout out to the 1,253 people here on the live. 436 likes, $69 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you. Crypto Sammy, Maximo Pascal, Basketballs, Josiah Jelowit, Crypto SG, Rudy, and Devin Dudd, Brian Hertzig, Pickle Rick, GSS, Merry Christmas. Yeah, that thing is gone. NVIDIA, Crespo Cristo, Bitcoin and alts, especially AI coins, could rock about. Yeah, maybe. Carl H. Sam, can you check VV? Thank you. All right. And my team, what they do is they usually collect these for me and they'll put a list out and see these super chats, and then we don't miss one. We have a really organized way. We do more super chats, I think, than any. We might do more more coin requests than any single YouTube channel in the world. Is that right? Can we say that? I think we do more coin requests than any YouTube channel in the world. Definitely in a month, we do more coin requests than any YouTube channel in the world. I'll stand behind that. I stand behind that. I'm sending Christmas gifts today, I promise. Shout out to Jamie, wife for Elite, love learning, and me. I might put someone in the group today. You never know. Shout out to Master Friend. I love you, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you. We don't do live signals, but technically I'll put out a setup and it could pump immediately. I show you how you can become a live signal yourself, man. You don't want signals. But I mean, I'm not going to say they're not. It's not a signals group, though. I'll stand behind that. I stand in the paint on that 100. Yo, stack my change, man. God bless you, brother. Yo, more coin requests than any, more stock or coin requests than any channel in the world. Crypto Lifer. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Right? Say that ain't true. Say it ain't so, Jimmy. Say it ain't so. I want to include the super chats almost into the trading group too, because you guys can see what we were looking at if you didn't get a chance to come on into the live stream. Let's take a look at BCUT, all right, which I don't know what it is. So look, we're flat pretty much, but so far my short is playing out technically, right? You're not up, you're down, and you're in a head and shoulder pattern inside a descending triangle. Anything could happen. We did have a good bullish div on the 7-minute time frame, which suggests we could have made our daily bottom here. That could have been the liquidations. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. All right. Towards the end, I will bring up Bookmap. I just don't want to be bold and mess with the, but I will bring up Bookmap towards the end. So if you're excited, you want to see Bookmap, I will bring it up towards the end. If it works out, we'll start implementing it again. We'll get it going. Cash back to 17.24. I wouldn't be surprised if it just goes sideways and we get a huge pump again. Just be careful. This market is pretty crazy, and I wouldn't be surprised if it starts to rev up yet again. All right. There's a lot of fear here, but there's, you know, they're going to keep going after this. I just don't, they keep having to buy Bitcoin for these ETFs. It wouldn't make, but again, that's getting into what I think and I feel. I got to stick with the charts. Like, we can't long unless Bitcoin gets above 200 SMA on the 7, no matter what happens, no matter what we're looking at, no matter what is brewing or is upon us. All right. Let's take a look at the DXY. Every single day I look at the DXY on this channel. Not every day, but probably like 60 to, no, I'd say 80% of the time, right? Because we have to. Why? So look, we want this to be a right shoulder. We're watching the DXY very closely for a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder for a break to the downside, right? We don't want to see the DXY get back above this green resistance. We don't want to see the DXY do this. We want to see the DXY do this. If that happens, it's another massive rally. You can see the nasty, look, high, low, lower high. Expect a macro lower low, boom, boom, boom for the dollar. Overbought here on the 3-day chart, suggesting we are getting a massive dump to the downside. This tells me that this is just some Playboy areas for Bitcoin, and we're going to get a massive rally back to the upside. I took some profits on a few things, but definitely didn't sell not $1 of my Caspa. All right. So I just want to make that clear as well. We want to see this right shoulder break to the downside. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want, and we want it now. Babe, you're on camera. So we want to see this right shoulder break down on the 3-day chart. Looks like it may happen. Setting up nicely so far, so good for Bitcoin. And we'll keep you privy to this. This is the DXY, the dollar. This is the US dollar index, right? Now, if you're a Forex trader, you're going to be looking at Euro USD, which is likely going to take a pretty nice pump to the upside on this 3-day chart. You should be expecting an inverted head and shoulder on this. If you're expecting a head and shoulder, and see, this is it. Remember, I gave you a Euro USD chart before, so I'm giving you a Forex idea here. All right? It's almost like this, but you see the inverted head and shoulder. I know you do. Let's get that cooking right now. With what I teach you, you can trade any market in the world. It doesn't matter. As long as a human being buys and sells it, I can teach you how to trade it. People think that trading crypto is different than the stock market. There's some nuances, but it's all the same. You lose that 200 SMA, you go lower, right? You stay above it, you go higher. You get tight moving averages, tells you something's brewing. You know, you get above a high volume node, you go through the gap. Look at this. If Bitcoin dumps and you have a gap there on the Euro USD too, see that gap? Tells you that you can get a big move. So if you're trading Forex right now and you intraday Forex, it's your thing. I don't do that. I'm a crypto lifer. But if you were, I mean, you're looking at a possible 9% pip there at 118. I mean, that's pretty sweet. All right. And look, there is a bit of an inverted head and shoulder. I'm not saying this is guaranteed to happen, but flip it upside down. That's that head and shoulder pattern for the DXY. This is how you could capitalize on that if you're not into, you know, but most of you are crypto people. So, but I just wanted to show you that you could trade any market in the world with what I teach you, from Tesla to Forex. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. Let's take a look at BCUT, which is called BitCrunch. All right. Just came out on KuCoin today. Brand new coin. I mean, to me, you'd have to research it. If you believed in it, like, then you would grab it, right? And I'd put what I was willing to lose. Little coins like this, I put what I'm willing to lose and I walk away. There's really nothing else I can do when it comes to that. I do my research, and if the research serves me correctly, I take a shot. Right now, I'd have to just say, I don't know about this coin. I don't know enough about it, man. You know? Wait for it to get back above 37 and retest, and that could be a really good buy. If you love it, it could be the greatest buy ever. You could be buying the bottom of some amazing coin right now that becomes huge. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it does. And I don't know if I'm going to deep dive it right now. But the chart's in. My team, could you guys write that down and look at BitCrunch? I'll look at it up too, though. It's my job. We talked about Binance making a bit of a move yesterday on the 4-hour time frame. Wasn't it in a bit of a flag? I don't know why my work didn't save, but last night I put a flag out for BNB. Said it was about to break to the upside. I said I like this coin. It said it looks hot. I said the 4-hour looks like it's going to pump right now. It was at 355. It pumped all the way to 375 to the upside, right? And I'll show you the setup that I gave in the trading group. Even after being super tired, even after being sick, traveling all night, and being exhausted, BNB likes to pump with mask. I see a flag on the oversold 4-hour. Target is 408. I saw mask pumping. Told me, what up, David Kendall, man? I see you, buddy. And bang. So I saw BNB like this. I put it on the Bybit chart accidentally. I was tired. I never put a Bybit chart out. So that's how you know I was just exhausted. And bang, there's my call for BNB. And it actually went even higher, all the way to 382. Still holding gains. Not saying it's amazing, but on a leverage trade, that is also pretty nice. 5% gains overnight, though. I gave this last night, right? I'm always hitting the gain, everybody. Like, there's a day and a day go by, I don't hit a gain on the chart, right? I mean, that's not true. There's probably a day that I do, but it seems like I don't miss almost every. I'm going to find something. Before I went to bed last night, that looked very likely to break out. High volume node. How did I know it was going to break out? It's stuck on the high volume node. Beautiful flag. Mask pumped, and then I know BNB likes to follow it, and BNB didn't get the pump yet. I said, man, BNB and mask are going to pump together like they always do, and that's exactly what happened. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. What I think is they extend this bandwidth here, and no one's here. Everyone's out, right? No one's going to be here from 10 to 12. Everyone's going to be outside, enjoying their day. So I'm getting lucky right now, thank the Lord, and I'm probably the only one eating up the bandwidth, and that's why we're having a great stream. So keep those people out there for the day. We're all right. We're all right, right? Dude, there's just... It's getting kind of crazy. I'll be honest with everybody. It's getting crazy. Like, I'm just look at all the coins that are just up huge. 440% LITH house. Lithosphere. This thing literally, probably in a 1-hour candle, just went up a 4x. Right? Relation. Grimace, which likes to move with Myro, right? Veil up huge. Like, I don't know what that is. Mubix. I still can't believe AGII. Like, what a... Anyway. Let's get back into the super chats. Die 1 was also on my radar. Let's look at, so we looked at BNB. BNB looks like it may continue too, actually. I don't really do TA on it right now. And Bitcoin's still flat, not able to get above the zone. Still, to me, in a descending triangle. Bit of a triple bottom though. 1, 2, 3, almost a double bottom too. And almost like a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there as well. Mixed signals again for Bitcoin, but I must stay short if we can't get back above 51,440. That's your resistance of the head and shoulder pattern. Okay? This is crazy, man. Nah, I already knew about that. You don't dig big holes on the beach. My dad taught me that when I was a kid. My dad was an iron worker, man. He was around big, heavy equipment, machinery. He's seen things collapse. He's seen people get hurt. My dad was the most cautious guy you ever met because he lived one of the most riskiest lives you've ever met. My dad was a serious risk taker. He really was. He really was in many aspects of his life. My dad took many, many risks. I'm going to write a book about my dad one day. He was the real deal. He did some really, really... I mean, I'm not even going to tell you because I don't want you to judge me yet, but when I'm older, the truth's going to come out, and you guys are going to know the real deal behind me, man, and my family. And my dad was no joke, man. My dad was no joke. When he looked you in the eye and told you it was on, like, it was on. Like, he was behind himself 150,000%. Like, he believed in every bone in his body when he made a move. So if you didn't believe in yourself like that, you're getting crushed. And my dad taught me that. My dad taught me the ability to believe in yourself more than anything in this world, man. He gave me the will to believe in myself. I love you, Dad. I miss you more than you would ever know. I love you more than you would ever know, Dad. Jimmy H. Price, man. James Harold Price, my father. Iron worker. He walked the skies, baby. He walked the skies in the iron, man. Anyway, I'm emotional today because I didn't get a lot of sleep. So don't judge me. All right? I'm telling you what's going on. Anyway, let's get back into the super chats. All right. Okay, let's look at NOIA. Syntropy, hot coin, man, right? When it gets running, it gets running. We've traded it on and off in the trading group, you know. So I looked at it looked like it was going to come back to the 21 on the daily. It wicked to it, but it didn't. Probably touched the 21 on the 4-hour time frame, see? And then you were gone. So let's take a look here. And I'm not saying you're going to touch the 21 every time, but you're going to touch it 90, 95. When you don't touch it, it's kind of an anomaly. It's rare. It's rare, you know. You'll touch it on the 4-hour. You'll probably touch it on the 8-hour. You probably touch it on the 22, too. Look, you touch it on almost every single time frame. And that's why I use the 22 every once in a while when the daily is a little off. I'll use the 22. And it will help me, you know. Because, look, you didn't touch the 21 there. But you got really close to it. I could see that, you know. But you had maybe a support of resistance came into play. All right. Now, to me, you got a bearish dip forming on the daily. And you're away from the 21 yet again, right? I would take a look at your 3-day chart too as well. You're getting extended. Now, again, do we just continue on more legs? And is this just some like type of insane monster rally that just like one of these? Will we just like rip away from the 3-day? But even there, we kind of came close. See here? It's like just really far away. I would start setting support or resistance areas, though. Funny, everything was down on the bottom. That was where to buy everything. 2.5 pennies. Now you're at 20 cents. That's a 10x. Now it does 10x. It's 100x. It looks like every one of these coins is going to 100x. It's just weird to me. Like 87 cents, and you got in at a penny. I mean, that's it. That's an 87x almost. I guess 1.5 was the low. The lowest price maybe, 2. Okay, only 2. So still a 40x, right? I'm at 35x or something. And if it breaks the all-time high and goes higher, which everyone's, you know, looks like we may get an extended cycle. I was watching a lot of videos last night when I should have been going to bed about extended cycles, ideas. Altcoin Daily had a really interesting video last night. I definitely suggest you guys go watch Altcoin Daily's video. Really awesome. Really broke it down, and it was another guy on the channel that they had on, an older gentleman, and he, you know, again, we'd love what he says to be true, but so look, you did break above a key resistance here. If NOI stays above that, it's good to go. To me, it's likely to pull back to the 21-day moving averages on the daily and the 3-day chart, but there's no guarantees of that happening. 12 hours also overbought with bearish div. So, I mean, and again, I could be wrong, but it does say, you know, and there's a chance you don't. There's a chance you kind of do this. You hug this level. But, you know, I would either take profits and begin to observe the price action, though. I wouldn't be jumping in right now. But again, what do I know? It could pump. I'm only going on probabilities. All right, everyone? I want to make that really clear. Quant, one of the worst coins you could have traded in the last year. Everything ripped. Quant went from 89. I remember when we traded Quant last October because I was in Las Vegas at the time. This inverted head and shoulder was a little earlier, I guess. Yeah. That's the last time I traded this thing. I put that flag at previous resistance and even gave up on that. I'll be honest, what happened was there was new coins with new narratives, and nobody really cared about the old coins with old narratives. You have to remember that. And, this was an ISO 2020. Everyone wanted it. It was the hottest thing since sliced bread. It has a really small circulating supply. It should be hot. It should go up higher. But, dude, nobody cares. It's not going to go to $1,000 in a day. All these other coins are. You got to put your money where the action's at. I tell people this all the time, and that becomes a skill, though. It becomes a skill that you get better at over time. So look at Quant, bounce off this key area here, 101. I mean, 100's a great psychological support zone for Quant. You know what I mean? And you have the cup and handle. And if you pull the Fibonacci, I mean, you're in these Fibonacci levels. Yeah, not true. Okay. The 618 comes down to the 786 here. So that is a key. I mean, yeah, I love it, right? It's a good place. It's an undervalued area to buy Quant, 100%. You look at your 3-day chart, and, somewhat extended, but Quant's beat, right? I don't think I would hold Quant long term. Some people are like, I'm going to hold it for 10 years. It's going to be the new system. I don't know, man. They buy into the stuff. They believe it has to be. It just, I don't know. Anyway. So, sad to say, unless Quant gets back above the 22,200 SMA, I mean, it's bearish. I can't believe you get a bearish coin. The whole market's been amazing. Imagine watching all these coins rip like this and then sitting in Quant. It's like being an XRP in the last bull run, right? Like, I feel bad for people that did that. See, I bailed. Like, I was in Casper. It didn't produce. Everything kept producing. 4 months ago, I finally said, I'm done. Smart move for me, right? I pivoted away from something that wasn't making me any money. And Quant, is a perfect example of that. Yeah. Wanted to get to 119.77. Looked like it popped nicely for gains, but then it got overbought in the stochastics RSI. I get out when the stochastics begin to turn and get extended. Not when I hit my target. Sometimes they work out together, sometimes they don't. It depends. What my mind saw immediately was this. See? I saw this immediately, like without even having to draw it, my mind saw it. Now that looks nice. I like what's going on here, and I'd look for that consolidation. This looks interesting to me. I wouldn't be surprised if this coin makes some major moves. Again, it's high risk. It looks like it has low volume, and it's a small cap gem, so you got to be careful. It could easily get swayed with, a few orders here and there. So it's definitely something I would be, carefully watching. But it's interesting. I think you're onto something here, and I appreciate that you put it out here. I'd put an alert here, and I'd be watching this closely. That could be the aggressive entry. If the 4 hours also oversold, it gets me more excited. It is. Wow. And that's a cup and handle hanging on the 200 SMA. This is hot right now. I don't know who you are. I don't know. I couldn't put together the super chats because they all got, I'll go back and see it. But you're spot on here. This is pretty interesting. I like what you're putting down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. And again, it could even drop to the downside. Remember, it's somewhat of a symmetrical triangle. It's not amazing. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame. A 1 hour has legs, and it actually looks like it even has some momentum, but it could just go sideways too. And you're getting back above the 200 SMA on the 1 hour, which is a good sign that we could get a move further to the upside. I'd watch this closely. VV, virtual versions. And that target, once we get above the first resistance at 4014, it's going to be somewhere sitting at about 23660. Virtual visions. I'm actually posting that to the trading group. I like that. And again, sometimes the super chats, you guys in the bull run, you guys feed us a lot of awesome setups. You know, you really do. I show up every day, you show up every day, and we got really good setups. My wife is putting away the groceries right now, so let's take a look at Inscribe. Someone wanted me to look at a new coin. You know, it would have something to do with inscriptions, you would think, and BRC20, right? I'll be honest right now. When I look at this, I don't like it. See how it doesn't have, like, I don't know what this is, man. See how it's so wicked and the spread isn't correct? And look at those 2 wicks there. I got to move on from this. Maybe it pumps, you know. And I don't mean to be rude. I see these as hidden Adam and Eves that you can't really see. See, and then it will pump up. I wouldn't be surprised if it pumped. The whole market's going to pump. Wait for it to get above the 200 SMA on that 6 hour. And it has resistance at 0.00057850. But again, I mean, I don't want to look at this anymore. This thing is horrible. Sorry. I can't look at it anymore. All right, let's take a look at Welsh Core AI. I sold this thing. Am I regretful that I sold it? Yeah, it continues to pump. I sold it right here at the resistance, and it continued to go. I was in one of the first BRC20 memes, and I should have been in, you know, everyone told me I was in the right thing at the right time. Whatever, I put the right, you know, the right motion into the ocean. But look, there's a bearish div now on Welsh, getting away from the moving average. A lot of times that will pull you back to the 200 SMA. But it's holding previous support or resistance, and the market's looking frothy, so... And people just don't really care about their... Like, they're not giving up their altcoins, you know? Bitcoin at 51,670... Looks like it's going to be flat until the Fed minutes. So we're waiting on Fed minutes. If the Fed minutes come out and it sounds like we're getting a rate hike sooner than later, Bitcoin's probably going to pump. If it sounds like we're getting a rate hike later than sooner, then we might even go sideways. I don't even think they have bearish sentiment out there because we already know what they're going to do. They're powerless. Trying to get to 2%, they're probably not likely going to do that. So here's the deal. Again, I do the same thing over and over again. I don't know where price is going. If it stays in the flag, I'll take the flag for the entry here. If it comes back down, I'll wait for some type of pullback to support 618 or a 200 SMA. All right. Welsh has been on a beautiful tear. I got in down here. I sold right there. Regretfully so. But again, at the same time, not regretfully so. I'm super excited that God turned 1,000 into 1,000. Like, I made $1,000 off this little coin, and it could have went to zero. I didn't know what it was. I put what I was willing to lose, and I got out of resistance. All right. I'm super blessed that I was actually even able to make a gain on this thing. Always look for opportunity in abundance. Always ask yourself, where is the abundance? And that's even in your own thought process. Like, find abundance in your thoughts. Don't find scarcity in your thoughts. Your thoughts will create scarcity. You want to create abundance in your thoughts at all times. All right. All right, let's go back and see what's happening here. All right, now we're almost at Doge on the monthly, SIA coin, QQQ, and ZETA chain. ZETA chain looks like a pullback coming too as well. Let's take a look at Doge on the monthly. ZETA chain. What? No, SIA coin is back. Yeah, it is. It's someone asked for it today. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. It's some young kids out of MIT for virtual file sharing, you know? Yeah. So they're not going to give up, right? You know? No. I don't think I could ever buy it again, but...
And they already know what they can do. It's already done so much.
Oh, yeah. You get 10x. I mean, I 10 or 20x it. It was less than a penny. It went to 10 cents. I made 40 grand in my kitchen. I'll never forget. It was the biggest trade. It was like the first time I, like, you know? That was like my biggest real altcoin trade. See a coin, man. I'll never forget. See, I've been through this game. Man, I don't even remember all the gains I've had in my life, you know? So Doge on the monthly. All right. Funny, I'm on the Tether because I feel like on Binance, that's where Doge is the longest. And you can see it started here in July of 2019. What a run it went on, huh? Unbelievable, right? And now, look, that's a bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom, even though it's hard to see. You see that? Yeah, I mean... the monthly's curving, but the MACD's about to get across. You know, that's likely going to be your monthly low. I'd be surprised if we see it go lower than 7 cents. You see that? That's likely your monthly low there. The 2-week chart's a little... it's all right. It's got a cup and handle. Looks like you can make a break out of that flag to the upside. The weekly looks good in a lot of coins, I'll be honest. And I love the weekly. Like, the weekly says I'm about to blast out of a cup and handle. See that? I got a target of 14 cents somewhere by April 15th for Doge coin. All right? That's a double up for Doge. And again, it's only a matter of time till they get those payment systems up and running. Look at your 5-day. Are you above the 200 SMA on the 5-day? Not yet. Look at your 3-day. You above there yet? Yeah, you're above the 200 SMA on the 3-day chart. This is where I would be getting in and putting a stop loss on the other side of the 3-day chart. That thing's gone. Very likely it's going to go. Even if it pulls back here, comes back down and tests this point of control at 7.9, that would be the last. I feel like that's your last chance. Doge looks very interesting for a move to the upside. 100%. I'm on board with Tommy Crown. Definitely. I see what he's seeing. Yeah. Can we get some immutable X coverage, my man? America, let's go. Dag. Shout out is 1139. Let's take a look at SIA. SIA coin is an old coin that I used to trade back in the day. SIA coin. Let's take a look at SIA coin for you real quick. And I got low energy. I could just tell. I mean, I'm running hard, but I could just not feeling that great. Let's take a look at SIA coin on Binance. That's where I was trading it back in the day. And again, file sharing is starting to move. Filecoin, SIA coin, Render. It's AI kind of technically, but it's decentralized file sharing. That narrative is picking up steam, and you can see it in the last 9 days. I mean, this has been running behind AI, but this is less than a penny. Now it's a penny and a half. It did a double up. Okay, I need to ask about SAX in an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 hour. I turned 2,400 into 20 G's last night with SAX and was hoping you could give me a look as to where it's going next, please. This dude turned 2,400 bucks into 20 grand last night. Like, people are making serious money in this market. Like, this market is out of control right now. Like, should we sell out of our altcoins? I wouldn't sell out of my altcoins. I'd take some profits here and there, but I mean, I can't tell you what to do, man. Don't ask people what to do with your money, bro. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. Just not going to do it. I love Jamie because I was like, Jamie, the stream cut out. And he's like, oh, your stream cut out for a second. He's like, but it came back. I lost like 200 people immediately. They don't want to stay for the fuzziness, you know what I mean? Or like a break, or they think the computer, or they refresh and then they come back, you know what I mean? They might think it's their computer and they might just refresh their screen. But it was weird because I was like, okay, Sean, live, love, and happiness. Let's take a look at Dogecoin. Are you still bullish on ZETA price action? Prediction on Chain GPT. Thank you. Love you, lover. How do I join your VIP group? It's simple. You hit the pinned link in the comment section. Very, very simple, right? See this pinned link in the comment section? You click on it right there. It takes you to my website, cryptolifer.com. And that's where you can jump on in and join my trading group, all right? Join today. Get the education you deserve, okay? Get the education you deserve. Where are we trading to as well? We're trading here on MEXC. MEXC is where I open up my future trades, where they have all the smallest coins, where we make all the awesome gains. mexc.com. Jump on in today to change your life. I'm telling you right now, mexc.com will change your life. Zero spot maker and taker fees. Let me show you. Zero spot maker and taker fees. You don't pay anything to DCA. I mean, that's amazing. Everyone else is going to hit you with fees. 0% future maker fee and 0.1% taker fee on futures. No one in the game is charging this amount. Everyone else is gouging you far better. I am the one promoting the exchange that takes the least amount of money from you than any exchange in the entire world. And people still try to FUD it all the time. You know what I mean? And every time they FUD it, we can't find any substantial evidence of any of the FUD. It all disappears and turns out it was just a massive attack on Twitter. So trust me, I have over 1,500 traders on MEXC. They love it. Everyone is super happy. You know, MEXC, lowest fees, highest profits because you don't have to pay those fees when you make those gains, baby. Shout out to MEXC. We love you. Shout out to all the channel sponsors here. I Trust Capital, Bing X, I Trust Capital, where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency tax-free inside of a Roth IRA. Pretty interesting. I mean, can't do that anywhere else. And if you maximize those gains and then you come out retirement, it's really how you can hit a home run against taxes. I Trust Capital produces that and gives you that ability. All right. All right. And we may get kicked out of here soon, but we're going to keep pushing QQQ and Zeta chain. Zeta. Catherine Zeta Jones. Don't feel bad. I got it on launch and sold it a few zeros ago. RIP. We'll be sitting on a few mil right now. 6 figures, he said. Dang. What coin are we talking about? If you guys don't mention the coin, I have no idea what we're talking about. You got to write the coin. You can't comment on coins. You got to always mention what you're talking. Because if I just jump into the comments, and if I want to know what's up, I can't figure out what it is. My mind can't track the conversation that fast while I'm, you know. But if you want to join MEXC, there's the referral link right there too as well. I Trust Capital, but we also have it in the pinned comment section and my newsletter, man. If you go to my website and you scroll down, you'll get opted in to join my weekly newsletter. Hit your email address in there, hit consent. It takes you 5 seconds, 10 seconds. And that's the value of your life, right? Your time is valuable. I'm going to produce so much value for that time that you give me. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to maximize that time. So give me 10 seconds of your time. Put in that email address. We're going to we do 2 weekly newsletters, one on Saturday morning, one on Monday. That'll absolutely blow your mind. All right? My team works so hard every single day, tirelessly, because I work every single day tirelessly, and they want to make me happy, and they have a dream like I have a dream, and they're inspired like I'm inspired, and together we move forward. My company is a group of inspired individuals that love what they do. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to work. And I can't wait to expand. You know, I want more happy, healthy, amazing people around me every single day that want to achieve their dreams. If that's you, maybe you want to work with the Crypto Lifer. I'm not saying we're hiring at the very moment, but you might have an idea that could propel us to the moon. You never know. Let's take a look at BTC one more time, as everybody's wondering what's happening with Bitcoin. Fell out of the pattern, hanging out at 51,300. Actually, a pretty big move compared to where we've been all day, right? And we finally got the bounce back to the upside. Kind of the inverted head and shoulder broke out. Still low, but we got above the 1 hour 200, which in the past has been a beautiful trade to the upside. Stop loss on the other side, and the thing just absolutely rips. The last time we did that, 1 trade there, 2 trades there, 3 trades there in a row, all played out. This tells me that this could be the winner right here now that we broke back above the 200 SMA. I would love if this is a short squeeze. And we defy the head and shoulder pattern. We didn't get the dump on that 1 minute. Right? And we broke above this trend line too as well. The flag broke out on the 1 minute time frame. But I'm just not, we got to get back above 51,420 to remain bullish. All right. But I did want to bring up an idea here. If we likely got our daily bottom there, while we're already at 425 on the future, Hold on. So, you know, why is it doing that, man? I guess it saves it on your computer IP. Am I somehow doing that? Because I had it on the other one all the time, right? Second that got above, that was the entry. Gone. You know? Now you could still play with it, but I like to be like really precise with it. To me, and then we'd have to be there, you know? We breached, but we still didn't get above the resistance at 51,500. It's not amazing, you know? We're basically still inside. Look, we delete everything. I just said delete everything. Sorry. Kind of feel like we broke out of that thing, though. I like that we got above the 200 SMA. It's a good sign. I wait for the Stokes to reset. If we reset and stay up, there's a possible long here on the 1 minute that we could carry over. Like, I mean, it happened here. It's like, I want this pump, the retest, boom. The pump, the retest, boom. That pump, that little retest, boom, right? That one was lackluster. These ones weren't too good. All right? That was a nice one. That was a nice one. But even if you took every one of these, 1, 2, you know, and you timed them over, you'd be, you know, with proper risk management, that would play out. You know, you can go over that in your mind, and you could see that system playing out. Like, you know, now what would kill it was your emotions. If you weren't able to hang out in the trades or actually execute the trades, if you froze and didn't execute, then you don't have the data, right? You got to do it over and over again. And that's the problem, is people get discouraged when they lose a few trades and they can't do it over and over again because they live in fear. You can't live in fear. You have to believe that you're willing to learn more. I'm going to learn more even if I lose. I'm going to learn more even if I lose. There's no failure, only feedback. Okay? And I repeat that to myself every single time. You know, if a loss happens, if something happens, I say, there's no failure, only feedback, Sam. You're constantly learning every single day. This is a constant learning experience that you're in. And you're not always going to be right. You're not always going to be wrong. But what you are going to do is be consistent. That's the only thing that you can actually handle and manage. All right? So, you know, just, you know, that hits me and makes me realize it is what it is. And then remind yourself you're a human being. You're some days going to know what to do and still not do the right thing. Like, you're a human being. You're going to make mistakes. The key is to consistently hone in on yourself when you make those mistakes. Be honest with yourself when you make those mistakes. And you can't run away from things that you're doing. Like, you can't just open up trades without any risk management. You can't because what happens is people get real emotions and they don't care anymore. And then they just start throwing money at the market without caring. It's just like you get beat up by the market and you're just like, you know what? I just don't care anymore. I'm just going to, like, you know, it happens to people. I'm telling you. It happened to me a few times in my life where, like, the market just got to me so much that I just didn't care anymore. Like, I threw $4,000 in a trade and then went for a walk and, like, didn't even want to look at it. And I was like, why? Like, it was just sick. You know, you'll start to do some really weird things if you don't get yourself in the right frame of mind. All right? I just want to repeat that and go over that and talk about that. All right? This thing is blasting back to the upside here. StarkNet. I was looking at it last night at about 190 and starting to get back above the 200 SMA and could make some gains here. Just got out, you know, brand new on MEXC, so it's a really, really new coin. Very, very high risk, of course, and you never know. But it's got a big following. It got on, you know, a lot of people know about it. StarkNet's interesting, and even Crypto Banter was going over it yesterday, and they got a big following, so a lot of people know about it now. And I think he might have probably gone over it again today. I don't watch his show. Like, when I'm about to go to bed at night, I'll get like a recommendation, and I'll scan through him like once a week or something, but I don't generally watch, you know, I don't have the time to watch a lot of YouTubers as much as I have a few specific guys that I think are the best. I watch them, and then I cross-reference some information, and that's about it. This thing's moving pretty crazy right now. All right, let's take a look at that last couple super chats here. It's 11:52 as we wind down on the show. Okay. Always learning a bit, but I'm on new But I'm at a new high compared to where I was at. Thank you, Sam. Seize the day. We love you, man. Been there, going into trades with a 125x leverage and not even looking. Yep. Damn, that was exactly what I had to hear. Thank you. Amen. Can you do GPD for me? Yeah, I'm going to finish the super chats, man. I just signed up. Do you have 2 minutes to tell how this works? Love you, bro. I mean, I have a video explaining all this, so I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I basically sat there and I'm like, how do I help people? And so, let's see here. I do too much, man, on my travel computer. All right, so look, you join my trading group, right? And the second you join, there's a watch first, right? Watch first, and it tells you what's in the 99. It tells you how I built the Discord, what's in the Discord, and where you go for the different information, okay? Super important that you're doing that, all right? We have free guides too, all right, which I believe you should be watching before you get on in. Once you watch these 2 videos, you're going to know exactly what to do. If you refuse to watch those 2 videos, then you're going to have a problem, all right? So you got to watch the watch first video. A lot of people don't, but like it's literally what I would sit with you for 20 minutes. And I know, trust me, I'm a super conscious individual. I think about the entire movement someone goes through, and my mind catches all the details. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm pretty good at following a path and then being like, well, there's a roadblock, there's a roadblock. How do we fix? How do we fix? How do we fix? That's how I got where I'm at today. I went through so many roadblocks to achieve where we're at with the show. You know, this show started with just me and a mic, and it was nobody. You know what I mean? So extend yourself. Please watch those videos. You got to meet me halfway. All right. Then I really want you to jump on in, if you're new to trading, into the learning library. All right. And your content directory here, where I have video after video explaining, you know, this is like a $3,000 free course right here. All right. Limit order versus a market order, companies active in crypto, stop loss hunting, important advice for all traders, especially new ones, right? Alt trading tutorial if you want to use that. Downloading trading pairs for sandwich, right? So you can have lists and get the right list of the right coins. Bookmap, how I was doing, you know, liquidity if you want to check that out. Trading view shortcuts so you can understand how to use the tools, how to set up your trading tools so you actually can set the system up. Trade like I am, right? The VRVP, fractals, stochastics masterclass, candlesticks patterns. We have a Fibonacci boot camp. 21 crosses the 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame, showing you how that happens over time. Support of resistance boot camp. Support of resistance flips. What is a swing? Bitcoin dominance and how to trade it. 5-clip series. The making of a trade. Deep dive on a process and mindset. Time frames. Measured moves. The death cross, right? And then ascending triangles, wedges. Like, this is going to take you about a month and a half, I think, to thoroughly go through. It's an extreme course. Like, I have a free course inside of the Discord waiting for you. I've never even said it like this, but this is what I have for you. Once you're done with that, I give you token. It never ends, but you got to watch the watch first video really to get that in, because there's just too much, and I couldn't explain it all by myself right now. Okay. Super chats, QQQ, Zeta, ML, DAG, IMX, and SHX. Wow, it does not stop for the man, huh? Oof. Bitcoin at 5,364, and honestly, see how we got above the 200 SMA? That's nice, man. That's a good sign that we can continue here on a flag to the upside. Got through those lows of the day. The bullish divergence did happen to play out. Weird that the head and shoulder didn't play out. But again, it kind of wasn't, you know, you had these 2 shoulders here that you could say got negated. So it was like a weird, you know. And some say, hey, we double bottomed off 50,800. And that was a key level that I talk about, the 800s, over and over and over again. Hey, I was wrong, though. I definitely saw a short hat. Well, the probabilities were short, in my humble opinion. But we got above a key resistance. Now, if we break above the 200 SMA on the 7, that's going to be the extension of this move. If we don't, then, you know. And again, we're still below this resistance. It's not that amazing. 51,400 was not breached. You know, we could still easily roll over here and head to the downside. So I just, you know, I'm not a huge fan of it all right now. It's not amazing. It's okay, but we could be doing better, right? Let's take a look at QQQ. And honestly, I even started the day with very indecisiveness. Like, it was hard for me to, I wasn't getting, my edge wasn't there, you know? Like, some days your edge is there immediately. Oh, I see this, boom. Today it wasn't there for me. Like, you know, the market was throwing me mixed signals and I didn't define my edge. When you can't define your edge, you step away from the market. That's a skill as a trader. See, if you don't have a system, then you don't even know how to define an edge. So you just trade whenever you want. But when I see something that doesn't make complete sense to me, you know. So Invesco QQQ, right? That's hidden bearish divergence on the QQQ, which tells me that it would probably break down on the 3-day chart. This is basically the S&P. You can see it. It looks just like the S&P. I don't know what the difference is, you know. Look, if I put the S&P next to it, they're the exact same chart. Watch, I'll even take a fractal and I'll paste it on it when I do the S&P, and you'll see they're the exact same chart. You just really want to be watching the S&P, I think. I don't see the difference, but you do you. Look, if I go to the S&P now, which is ES1, look at like the daily, which we called this cup and handle for everybody, and I paste this fractal on that. I'm just proving to you they're the exact same chart. Like, you probably know this too. I know. Then why the heck do people trade that? You get more of an advantage on the QQQ. I've heard about it a few times. I never traded it. They're the same chart, like verbatim. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's because it's the S&P. So can I just do the S&P and not the QQQ? I just don't see the difference. Does that make sense? You want to make sense of this resistance level? I can help. It's going after 51,500 on Bookmap. I appreciate the hustle, man. Being CEO, lead man, salesman, tech guy isn't easy, bro. I get it. Thanks for all you do. I look forward to all season with you. God bless you, man. Thank you. And trading group owner, and yeah, meeting maker. QQQ is the NASDAQ. SPY is S&P. Yeah. I do ES1, man. All right. So looking at the S&P, I mean, the daily reset, and we stayed inside a flag. They're going to continue to print money. Like, I've said this many, many times. So not this week. I will do my weekly analysis, but not this week. But the next week, that's when we'll be able to probably show you the leg up that happened. All right. I see the S&P going to 52.69, and yeah, just watch it go nice and sideways here. Now, if you break this level, that'll change 47.83 for me, but I feel like you had a chance to dump and you did not. I'd like to see this go sideways for about 9 to 10 days, and then likely could start its bigger move to the upside. Pull Bitcoin on the weekly chart on the log scale. Now do fib level from high to low for each 4-year market cycle. Every time the 70 is reached, we go 6% above and fall 35% during phase 2 before the halving. Pull up Bitcoin weekly on, all right. I never do this, but I like you. You seem pretty cool, so I'm going to do it. Look at Bitcoin weekly on log, right? So I'm going to delete everything here on all-time history index. How to get log scale, everybody, is you go just hit Alt-L. It used to be down here on the right, but I don't know what they did with it, but now I know it just... So I just changed the log by hitting Alt-L, all right? You won't be able to see it, but, you know. He says, pull Bitcoin on the weekly chart on log scale. Now do fib level from the high to low for each 4-year market cycle. I mean, it doesn't work on logarithmic, man, right? And I can't even see what's going on. But maybe you're right. I'm open-minded. I don't know it all. I love learning. Get it? Love learning. Hey. So I'm just saying, is that the impulse? I don't know on that one. I have no idea what you're doing, man. I don't see it. I don't see it. The fib should be not from up to down. Why would you do fib up to down? That wouldn't make any sense. I want to see the retracement. You know what I mean? You want to see like where it came back down to. The fibs from bottom to top, man. You're telling me how to run my fib? That's insane, Makochi. Look, you came to the 786 and you were gone. Anyway. I don't like doing other people's stuff. It doesn't like I'm too much in my own world. Let's look at MEXC. I don't know, man. People don't realize how much market sway. I just want to see Zeta stay above this key level. Once it loses that, it's going to drop again. It came out pretty hot. Resistance, right? Got pushed kind of to... And you don't have the people talking about it as much. My energy is dying today. I'm like super sick. You can tell. I just don't have it. My back hurts so bad. Yeah. I just got more super chats and they complain I didn't finish them, you know? But really, we shouldn't be getting super chats after like 11:40. A lot of these came a little late into the show, I'll be honest, you know? I do fibs both ways. No one's right or wrong, man. I've done fibs. Stop, everybody. I've been doing fibs for 10 years. I've done fibs way more than all of you guys. Let's just end it. I do fib retracements. We do fib extensions. I do fib ups and down, flip it back. Just stop. Just stop. Don't try to act like I haven't done everything you guys are talking about. Stop. Stop right now. End it. I'm not feeling well. Just end it right now. Yeah. I've been doing, believe me, I've pulled fibs more than probably every single person here 1,000 times more. So just end the whole, like, my fibs are, just stop it. Stop it. All right? Stop it. All right? Don't take one moment of my day and start telling me I'm not drawing my fibs. Like, you have no idea what I do with my fibs. I do fib circles. I do fib lines. I do other things with fibs you guys have never even seen that I don't show everybody because I don't want to get you guys into a whole nother realm of insanity, all right? I do GAN fans and other stuff too. Thanks, Sam. Feel better soon. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. Quit fibbing. I know, right? Never mess with a man's fib. Always said is, yeah, but the fact that you don't think that I know they can be run the other way too is insanity. I've done it. I've run them the other way in the live stream 100 times. It's just crazy to me. You know what I mean? But that's, and honestly, that's how I run the fib though. When I'm looking at Bitcoin retracement, I don't want to see to me, I don't want to, like, I'm looking at the 786 or see, I'm on a bullish chart for Bitcoin. The only reason I pull the fib the other way is if I'm looking to short the market and I want to short the 618 when we get to the top of the market. Like, let me show you. Like, and also there's fib extensions, which I used to use all the time, but you don't really need to use them anymore, but you can do it both ways. There's like 5 ways to pull fibs. What I mean is, say you want to short the market, right? And Bitcoin's pumping. You flip the chart upside down and then you pull a fib, okay? And you're like, I'm gonna short the 618 when we get to it, okay? I don't know. I'm just right now. This is come down. Then you can do it the other way. You can flip it bottom to top. You could do it any way you want, depending on what trade you're into, okay? And you flip that upside down and be like, all right. I don't know. It's just. Okay. Shout out to everybody here. Do you know what RSI divergence is? Yes, I use it all the time. From the top to bottom, both log scale, flip enabled. Always expect 32 Bitcoin in the next TV. Anyways, I expect 32 Bitcoin in the next 3 weeks. That's crazy. So check it out, right? I don't know how to draw trend lines, all right? I don't know how to trade. I have no idea what this stuff is. I usually do stuff like this, you know what I mean? There's my nice pattern. I'm gonna, we're gonna break to the upside here. Come on, man. Like, you guys are just being ridiculous. I don't know why I'm listening to y'all. Makes me want to just ride off into the sunset some days. You know what I mean? Like, why do I deal with it? It's like, why do I have to deal with it? It's so funny. Like, I didn't want to deal with it because I remember being lost and afraid, and I want to help the people that are lost and afraid. So I'll take all the abuse from the trolls. I'll take all the abuse from all the people because I care about each and every one of you. So what my wife does is when she wants me to do something, she sends the little girl to ask me with this little face. And she knows how to manipulate me, and they all stare at me, and they say, can you take us to the beach? Sam, you ever tried? Yeah. What is the 200 SMA? How do you guys use that? Yeah, I'm out, everyone. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish these super chats. You guys threw too many at the end of the stream. They were late, you know? You guys are going to get pissed, though. See, I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't want to ever make people upset. Wow, Stronghold was just out of control. Like, it was a stronghold, apparently. Damn. That's crazy. Since November 5th. You know who was all about this was Jenna XRP, man. She was all about this coin. She was in it at the very beginning. So I hope she made some good gains for her and her family at 20x since November on SHX. That's crazy. My mind's spent, everyone. I'm done. I'm done doing TA. Wow. So I remember putting XAI right there at that point. Continue to rip 51%. I got in around there. I'm still holding this coin. And then I put out a flag last night. It seemed like it broke out of the flag, came back down. All right. And honestly, like, this thing's got some interesting legs to it. I think I'm spent, though. Like, my mind is shot. I barely could sleep last night for whatever reason. I had all this extra. I had like adrenaline that wouldn't go down. I talked to Master Friend for like an hour last night, and he got me excited. I'm like a hyperactive person, so I have to I can't be social late at night if I want to go to bed. If I start getting social late at night, it keeps me up. It's weird. I can't explain it. It like stimulates my mind. This thing could continue. Previous support is resistance there at 119. I'm still in this. And it's on that AI tip, and it's just ripping. And I wouldn't be surprised if it falls AI tech and continues to rip to the upside. All right. Live stream for meeting? What meeting? Are you kidding me? Beach time. He didn't get into this coin. Prove it. All right. I'll show you my position. What a weirdo. It's not a big position, I'll be honest, but, you know, it's not a huge position, but I'll show it to you. All right. Let's see here. Where's my... I don't want to... Like, whatever. I'm not trying to brag and show you hundreds of thousands of dollars, but everyone says I do that. When I do that, I don't know. It's like I can't win. I tethered up. I sold all my FET today, and I tethered up into 26 grand. I made 7 grand on that. Whatever. I don't make any money, though. Sleepless AI, man. Where's my XAI? There it is right there. And I put like $800 in it. It's already $1,400. So I don't know. I'm holding it. I'll see where it goes. You know, I think I even put $750 in there. I bought it like a month ago. All right. These are all my like hopefuls. You know, little bitties. I put, you know, 800 in Manta. AI pad. I put $800 in AI pad literally in November. Months ago. You know, sleepless AI. Just, you know, Veracity is an older one. A little bit of Solana, and I still hold some Pepe. This is like my, this is the back end. This is page 2. All right, and I got page 1 is like where I hold a lot of it. I took off my Casper off the exchange. I took all my Bitcoin off the exchange. And I'll start taking these off the exchange one by one. JASMY went up 2 grand from my 7.7 low. I got into Myria for 6,000. It turned into 8. I got Pocket Network for 6,000. It's basically even. ZETA chain. Hello token got buried. I don't know why. It's kind of sad. I put a lot of money into that. They buried that coin. Insider trading, man. Every time there's something cool, like they never know how to act, you know. They get in early and they sell on everybody. I think that's what happened, in my humble opinion. Like, all the people who started the show got greedy. Anyway, it could still come on up, but, you know, not a good way to run a project. You know, you don't want to sell your coin off before you have your show come out. You guys should have waited before you did that anyway. And I could be wrong. I don't want to FUD a project, but I've been around a long time and I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, so these are just some of my smaller bags in a smaller portfolio. All right. I like this coin, man. Anyway, so is that good for you, you troll? Are you happy now that you saw my bags? You freaking fruitcake. Weirdo. I like ATOR, man. The lames don't deserve the inside. I know, right? Shouldn't even be able to talk to me, honestly. Like, if this live stream didn't exist, they probably wouldn't be able to talk to me, you know? So, look, I looked at this recently in the double bottom, and I thought it could break out. I'm looking for it to retest. It never did that. It just kept going. You could say it kind of retested the 200 SMA right there. We didn't get the retest, you know what I mean? Look for the breakout, then the retest. It hadn't broken out when I put this out. ATOR, right? I see it going all the way up 239. This thing's hot. I'm on it, man. Don't worry. I'm on it. There goes the NFL contract, right? I'm taking notes when Lifer shows his portfolio. You're funny. Brother, it's going around. I started with nausea, then aches in my bones. Back along the fever. Speedy recovery, Sam. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Telling Sam isn't something like telling him he isn't suited up. Shout out to Kyle Tamala. We love you. You guys know me, man. I got too many people that know me. John Deaton, U.S. Senate, Massachusetts. Get rid of Warren. He's a huge crypto guy. I know. I'm voting for him. I'm going to run his campaign. I'm going to reach out to him. Babe, I'm going to start helping John Deaton. He's running against Warren in Massachusetts. I am. All right. She's going to... Yo, you should just really do that. And I'll just end, like, as I'm talking. It'd be kind of funny. Just end it. Just end me. Just cut me off. Say it's over. All right, guys. I have a pregnant woman that's going to... Come on. You want to say hi? No, right? No. That's rude. You don't ever force a pregnant woman to do anything she doesn't want to do. Always respect. Always. All right, everyone. I'm out. God bless you all. I appreciate you. I thank you for being here. Let me get my mind right. Let me take a nap on the beach. Come back with a nice, with my mind right later on today. Look at Bitcoin one more time before I get on out of here. The 1 minute has to hold this 200 SMA for us to remain bullish. I just want to repeat that. The 1 minute has to hold the 200 SMA to remain bullish. Looks like we're holding a flag and we're going to pump. All right. That's what I see for Bitcoin. I see a little pump. That target takes you to 51,800. We held 50,800 as a really bounce point. We have a major resistance up here at 56.7 and 51,450. If we can't get above this level, expect more downside. We must, in the next hour, really, maybe less than that, I want to see this 1 minute flag break above that level. Have a good day, Sammy. Be blessed, brother. Prayers going up for your health. Shout out to Jamal. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. Don't stay stressed. Stay thankful. Stay beautiful. And I'll see you tomorrow. The live stream went great. Like, all my prayers were answered. Like, that's all that mattered, was this live stream went well. And it did. So I'm blessed. I love you all. I'll see you later on. I'll be in the trading group. I'll be pumping out gains. Shout out to that BNB call and whatever else we put out. I love y'all. Stay safe. Thank you. May God bless each and every one of you. I'm out. Only built for Cuban links, baby. Only built for Cuban links. I'll see y'all later.